Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Saturday morning, October 21st. The leaves are starting to change. I'm gonna go on a hike at Smith Falls State Park. It's up by Valentine, Nebraska. It actually contains the highest waterfall in the state of Nebraska. It's about 70 feet tall. It also has some camping areas. A lot of people like to go canoeing, kayaking, fishing, and hiking in the park. So I'm gonna go on a hike, take some photos, some video clips, and let you take a look at those to see if it's something you'd be interested in visiting. When you get to Smith Falls State Park, you're gonna want to park at the visitor center parking lot. If you go around the back of the visitor center, there's actually some stairs that get you down to the first trail that goes up to the waterfall. And just follow the concrete path toward the bridge, and that'll take you up to the actual waterfall. The bridge that you used to cross the Nebraska River was actually built in 1910 in the town of Verdigris, Nebraska, and was used to span the mouth of the Verdigris Creek. It was also used on Nebraska Highway 14 for a number of years until it was disassembled and stored in the maintenance yard at Verdigris. The park's located in the scenic Nebraska River corridor, and the bridge was chosen because its design is similar to other bridges spanning the Nebraska River in this region. So it's an interesting little piece of history that they chose this bridge because of its style, the trusses, the span, the length, and the engineering of the bridge matched some of the other bridges in the area. Thought that was kind of interesting to learn that little bit of history about the bridge. Dogs are welcome in the park, so feel free to throw a leash on your furry family members and bring them along with you. Once you cross the river, you can actually go to your right up to the walkway, which will take you up to the waterfall, or you can go to your left. There's a trailhead to your left also that will take you on the nature hike. We did both hikes when we were there, but we started with the waterfall first. We went up to the waterfall first and then came back down and then went on the nature trail. The hike up to the waterfall is a pretty easy hike. It's pretty flat. There is a few stairs, a few ramps, but everything's either concrete or wooden walkway from the visitor center all the way up to the waterfall and back. So that's a pretty easy walk for anybody that wants to go up and visit the waterfall. It's not too strenuous of a hike. After we finished up at the waterfall, we decided to hike the McAllister Nature Trail. That's a little more challenging hike. It's dirt path, there's some wet muddy spots, there's some wooden footbridges that you cross that are a little bit wet, some steep spots, some stairs, some rocky spots. So definitely want to pick a path that accommodates the people that you're with. It would be a little easier if you hiked down along the river out and came back on the same trail than it is if you go up on the ridge and make a loop all the way back around, or if you went down along the river and then up on the ridge and back down. Either of those paths are going to be a little more difficult for some of the people that don't hike all the time. This was definitely the dog's favorite part of the hike. There was plenty of stick tights and stickers for them to get into, so we had to do a little cleaning when we got finished up, but they had a good time on this part of the hike. So. If you do feel up to getting up on the ridge during this section of the hike, there is some really cool places that you could take some photos from. You can see the river bottom from the ridge top and the bridge from the ridge top. So there's a lot of cool backdrops up there if you're trying to take some cool pictures while you're there. One of the things I really liked about the nature trail hike was the fact that you went through a couple different types of terrain while you were hiking also. When you're down along the river bottom, it's really wooded, foresty type of terrain. Once you got up on the ridge, it was more prairie type sand hills terrain, more tall grass, pine trees. I had one of our rescue dogs, Tucker, on leash. He was really excited about the hike. He wanted to lead the whole way. He's one of our more fearless dogs. Even though he's not very big, he's not really afraid of anything. So he had a really good time up in the tall grass hiking around. Smith Falls State Park was definitely a really nice place to get out and go on a hike. I enjoyed the waterfall and the nature hike. It was nice to take our 3 dogs along with us. My wife and father joined me for the hike also, and we just picked a nice cool day in the fall. We couldn't ask for better weather to go out for a hike. It was jacket weather the whole time and didn't get too hot until about the second half of the nature trail hike. That's when we shed the jackets, but it was just a nice cool day, not too windy, not too hot. So the leaves were a lot of different colors, so I definitely recommend going out for a walk at Smith Falls State Park if you get a chance. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, and thanks for watching.